Alright boys, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to teach you how to do an S-shape cocoa farm, which is very good and the only viable design after the garden nerf, which reduced the building height from 50 blocks to 10 blocks. If you want to see the farming game, you can always visit my garden. My username is It's23Lives and you can look at the farm design in the game if you have any questions. Alright, so before we begin, I want to tell you that one layer of this farm is more than enough. It will be infinite and you just need to build this from the start of the plot to the end of the plot and it will be more than enough. Alright, so first things first, I'm gonna get some blocks. You can use any type of block that you want for the base layer. This is just the floor that you'll walk on, so I'll just use wooden planks. For the basic shape, you want to do an L, right? So we're just gonna do 3 blocks tall and 1 block, and we're gonna repeat this L shape all the way to the end of the plot. Alright, so if you find yourself next to this sign which tells you your plot name and you cannot place blocks by hand, I suggest you just use a builder's wand and you can place blocks like this. Alright, so once you reach the end, you're probably gonna have this extra block left. That's no worry, you can just leave it as is. And now we're gonna go to the first row of the farm and just use the builder's wand to build this whole thing over here. I'm gonna get some more blocks and place it all over the island. Alright boys, so after you've done the whole L shape on the entire plot, I want you to start digging out 1 block for every 2 rows that you can count. So we're gonna start by erasing 1 row of blocks from the first L shape over here, and then we just skip one and do the same thing. As you can see, I just broke 1 row of blocks, so you want it to be like this. So for this one, we just break this row. And after we've fully broken the first row of blocks on this L shape, we're gonna skip this one and do the same thing over here. We're just gonna break the blocks. Alright, so after we broke this, we jump 1 layer, we ignore this, and we start digging out the blocks on the next one. Then we do the same thing over here, and we just keep doing this until we reach the end. Alright, so after you dug out the rows and placed the blocks all the way to the end, we're gonna talk teleport pads. Alright, so for the placement, we're gonna start on the bottom left corner. We are gonna do this corner shape, 3 blocks wide, and we're gonna place our iron trapdoor in the middle block on the top right here, and place a teleport pad in the bottom. This teleport pad, we're gonna name it Cocoa Start. We're gonna give it a custom name so we can tell it apart from other teleport pads. And at the end of the farm, in the last row, we're gonna place this teleport pad over here. This is gonna be the end teleport pad, and we're gonna name this Cocoa End. This Cocoa End should teleport you to Cocoa Start. So now if we're gonna be like this farming, like we're gonna be looking up, we're gonna be teleported all the way to the start of the farm. So this is how you do the teleport pads, and now we're gonna do the edges of the farm. First things first, we're gonna go over here. Alright, so if we're doing the edges of the farm, we're gonna place a block here. Oops, I didn't mean to break that. Place this again, and this is the S shape, right? So we just go around here and we fly all the way to the edge, place 2 blocks over here, break this, and then go back to the other side, place a block here, break this open, place another block here, and we're gonna repeat the process all the way to the end of the farm. Alright, so after you placed the teleport pads and did the S shape all the way to the end of the farm, you're gonna need to place the jungle wood. We're gonna start from this corner over here, so I'm gonna go at the start of the teleport pad and place a whole row of jungle wood like this. I suggest you do it while you fly and slowly go, so you don't miss any spots. Or you can just use a builder's ruler for this. It's way better if you use a builder's ruler, but I'll just do it by hand. Alright, so after you place the whole row of jungle wood, you're gonna use a builder's wand to make this 4 blocks high. And after you place these 4 blocks of wood over here, you're gonna go to the next layer that is 2 blocks high, and you're gonna start placing again. Also, you don't need to place any blocks on the edge over here, so you can just remove these. Alright, so after I placed the second row of wood, I'm gonna builders wand this to be 4 blocks high, and then I want you to notice how I didn't place any blocks on the lower row over here, only on the high ones. You're gonna have to do this all the way to the end of the farm, and after this you can start planting the farm. So after you finished putting the wood all over the farm, I want you to go into the start and start planting the cocoa beans. This is unfortunately the hardest part to do, as there is no quick way to plant these. There is no basket of seeds for cocoa beans, so you're just gonna have to do this manually. I recommend you just hold A or D depending on the direction of the layer you're on, and going around and placing this row by row. This is the most time-consuming part of the farm, but it's the only way you can do it correctly. And after this, you can just go around like this. I'm gonna hold F5 for reference. You just go like this, and you'll farm the cocoa beans. And once you reach the end of the row, you're just gonna switch to the other one and do the side as well. Alright, I wanna thank you very much for watching. If you're interested, I have 2 more designs for the garden, which include fully working S-shaped crop farm and a pumpkin/melon farm. You should watch these videos. Again, I wanna thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day.